Where the fuck's he gone? Nowhere to be seen. I don't think he went down this way, but it looks like I'm gonna have to. Nice big shipwreck there. Oh look, there's that radio tower or whatever it is. Looks like I'm getting closer to it. Oh. Ship making creaking noises there. Doesn't seem like there's much of interest. Quick look down here, see if there's anything down here, right? Doesn't look like it.
There must be a hole in the bottom of the boat. How else could new hermits have arrived?
Okay. Looks like I'm gonna head up that way now. Look at the plants. That's why it looks so awesome, look, watch. They always face you. It's not very noticeable neither, actually. That's quite good.
I had kidney stones and you visited me in the hospital. After the operation, when I was still half submerged in anesthetic, your outline and your speech both blurred. Now my stones have grown into an island and made their escape, and you have been rendered opaque by the car of a drunk.
She's talking about the car crash or something. Pretty deep hole in that.
What charnel house lies at the foot of this abyss? How many dead shepherds could fill this hole?
It's pretty morbid, like. Oh, there's a house up there. Oh wow, man, look at that. Just stand here and look at that for ages, man. Especially when they get the light in the right place, look. Beautiful, that. Gorgeous.
I've begun my ascent on the green slope of the western side. I've looked deep into the mountain from the shaft and understood that I must go up and then find the way under. I will stash the last vestiges of my civilization in the stone walls and work deeper from there. I'm drawn by the aerial and the cliff edge. There is some form of rebirth waiting for me there.
This is really strange. There's nothing for us to do apart from walk around. But there's nothing I want to do more than just to keep walking around. The music is just awesome. I mean, I love pianos anyways, and I don't know, it just... With the wind and the graphical look of the game, it just all fits together.
The bothy was constructed originally in the early 1700s. By then, shepherding had formalized into a career. The first habitual shepherd was a man called Jakobsen, from a lineage of migratory Scandinavians. He was not considered a man of breeding by the mainlanders. He came here every summer whilst building the bothy, hoping eventually that becoming a man of property would secure him a wife and a lineage. Donnelly records that it did not work. He caught some disease from his malcontented goats and died 2 years after completing it. There was no one to carve white lines into the cliff for him either.
Pretty sad. Sorry if I'm being quiet, I'm listening to this music, it's awesome. I mean, it's not the normal type of music I listen to, but like I say, for this setting that we're in, it just fits together so well.
My heart is landfill. These false dawns waking into the still never light. I sweat for you in the small hours and wrap my blankets into a mass. I have always heard the waves break on these lost shores, always the gulls forgotten. I can lift this bottle to my ear, and all there ever is for me is this Hebridean music.
Bed with a sleeping blanket on it, sleeping bag even. What the hell? Is that a torch in that cliff? Get me there. How can I get in there? Look at that. There's definitely a torch in that cliff at the back, isn't there? I'm absolutely speechless with how beautiful this game looks. Well, I'm not, because I keep on banging on about it, but you know what I mean, you get me point. Well, path's getting a bit thin here. I hope I'm going the right way.
He left his body to the medical school and was duly opened out for a crowd of students 21 days after his passing. The report is included in my edition of his book. The syphilis had torn through his guts like a drunk driver, scrambling his organs like eggs on a plate. But enough definition remained for a cursory examination, and, as I suspected, they found clear evidence of kidney stones. He's likely to have spent the last years of his life in considerable pain. Perhaps this is the root of his laudanum habit. Although its use makes him an unreliable witness, I find myself increasingly drawn into his orbit. They found Jakobsen in early spring. The thaw had only just come. Even though he'd been dead nearly 7 months, his body had been frozen right down to the nerves and had not even begun to decompose. He'd struggled halfway down the cliff path, perhaps looking for some lost goat, or perhaps in a delirium, and expired. curled into a claw right under the winter moon. Even the animals shunned his corpse. The mainlanders thought to bring it home unlucky. Donnelly claims they dragged it to the caves to thaw out and rot, but he is proving an unreliable witness.
I think he's trying to say you're full of shit, Donnelly. Whoever you are. Quite a few shipwrecks on this island now. Seems to be a bit of a dangerous place.
Climbing down to the caves, I slipped and fell and have injured my leg. I think the femur is broken. It is clearly infected. The skin has turned a bright, tight pink, and the pain is crashing in on waves, winter tides against my shoreline, drowning out the ache of my stones. I struggled back to the bothy to rest, but it has become clear that there is only one way this is likely to end. The medical supplies I looted from the trawler have suddenly found their purpose. They will keep me lucid for my final ascent.
So, am I reading somebody's book as I follow him following somebody else? Is that what's happening? Am I like reading excerpts from somebody's diary who followed this other dude's book? Because I haven't slipped and broke my leg coming down the cliffside there. Seems like I'm walking fine enough. Actually, well, I can hear that I'm making footsteps, but it's more of a kind of floating that I'm doing. Looks like I'm going to make me way into this big cave. There's a big cave as well, isn't it? So you've got more of that luminous paint at the back of it. Oh, look at the reflections in the water on the floor. That's awesome, man. No, it is. These caves look better than the caves in Skyrim. And the caves in Skyrim look awesome. Stalactites and stalagmites. Looks like there's only one way in. Whoa! Looks like I want to the next chapter. Chapter 2 or chapter 3, I think. I'm not too sure. Oh, nice big thud. Quite dark. Oh, there we go.
Donnelly did not pass through the caves. From here on in, his guidance, unreliable as it is, has gone from me. I understand now that it is between the two of us and whatever correspondence could be drawn from the wet rocks.
Oh, wow! Christ, I thought it was gorgeous before, man. Look at this. Oh man, this place looks absolutely amazing. Looks like there's more luminous paint drawings all over the walls. Not the blue things, yeah, the green things further on. Oh, maybe not, just a different type of different colour, the same thing. Oh, the sounds are well eerie. still awesome. Lighting effects are absolutely brilliant. Oh, look at this.
It was as if someone had taken the car and shaken it like a cocktail. The glove compartment had been opened and emptied with the ashtrays and the boot. It made for a crumpled museum, a shattered exhibition.
It definitely seems to be referencing some kind of car crash. A lot of paintings going on here. Not that they're making any more sense to us than what they were before. Oh man, it just keeps getting better and better and better graphics wise. It really does. Look at that, man. Absolutely stunning. I don't know if you can tell by my voice, but I'm sitting here with a massive smile on my face just for the sheer beauty of these caves, and like obviously what outside was before as well. It's gorgeous. Wouldn't jump into the pool, do you think? Why not? Not that I can run, but never mind. Whoa! Can he? He's way out there. Quite dubious before I started playing this. I thought £7, that's quite a lot of money for a game of what I've read where you can't really actually do much apart from walk through it. And yeah, let's face it, I haven't done nothing but walk and look and listen. But in my opinion now, this is so worth $6.99. I don't even know what's going to happen yet, and I think we're about halfway or like 2/3 of the way through. So it is quite short for the price and for, you know, the actual amount of interaction you have, but I couldn't give a shit. This is worth $6.99 for the sheer beauty and sound and feel. Go out there and buy it, honestly. And what I've experienced so far, I could sit and play this once a day or walk through this once a day. It really is putting a massive smile on my face just with its sheer gorgeousness and brilliant music and general feeling that it's given us from, you know, immersing myself in this game. I don't want to leave this bit now, it's good. I just want to stay here and look at it. Oh. Did that automatically, by the way. I didn't press a button to crawl there. I don't think you can. Shit.
If the caves are my guts, this must be the place where the stones are first formed. The bacteria phosphoresce and rise, singing through the tunnels. Everything here is bound by the rise and fall, like a tide. Perhaps the whole island is actually underwater.
like every new area you go into, they're trying to outdo the area before, and it works. Dead end. And this is an indie game, remember? This is an indie game, and the graphics are what? Better graphics than any other 3D game I've ever come across so far in my life. And like I've said already so many times, the way the sound effects match it perfectly. The music, the mood music really does match it really, really well also. And even though, like I say, all you can do is walk through, look and listen, you don't want to stop. It's dragging me forward just to see what the next, how beautiful the next place is, because everything so far has just been awesome. And obviously I want to hear more bits of the story, I want to try and figure out what it's all about. And the music, well, that just helps us along because it's so easy to listen to and it really sets the mood for the place that you're in. Oh, look at this one. Can I go up that way? No. And if you're not already, you should be watching this in the dark. On the highest possible resolution you can.
This cannot be the shaft they threw the goats into. It cannot be the landfill where the parts of your life that would not burn ended up. It cannot be the chimney that delivered you to the skies. It cannot be the place where you rained back down again to fertilize the soil and make small flowers in the rocks.
Oh, what's this? Behold, Damascus is taken. It's the first bit of writing I think I've seen. Christ, look at all this! Fuck me, this looks awesome. It looks... You get the point. I'm gonna have to try and stop saying that, but I can't help it. Can't help myself. It just is. Look at it.